mis amores, hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is as a celebration for Mother's Day that just passed, but of course this is a timeless video. So as long as you're a mother, there are messages here for you in this collaboration video, where in a little bit, you'll be getting to choose from one of the 6 readers, including me, for a divine message that you need to hear. If you already watch pick a card videos or you're a subscriber of mine, then you know what to do. You don't need to watch the entire intro. But if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Velvet Cat and I share knowledge and inspiration through art and tarot to provide answers for any questions you could be experiencing in your life. Advice messages from the angels that are watching over us, motivation to follow your dreams, and all around empower you in love, career, health, mind, and soul. If you are completely new to tarot, or perhaps you might have heard of it before, I'd like to start by mentioning that it is not what you might expect. I've come to learn that it is simply just a tool by which those of us that choose to use our innate spiritual gifts can do so to provide encouragement, guidance, or confirmation of your own intuition in your unique life path. Personally, my faith is in God, angels, and spirit guides, but my channel is welcoming to all spiritual beliefs. There is no judgment here. And pick a card videos are general for collective readings, so not everything will resonate. Take what is for you, be discerning as to how you can translate the messages to your life, and leave the other details to others that are also watching the readings. But if the message doesn't sound like you at all, then perhaps you might have not picked intuitively. You can go back to pick a different option. So are you ready to pick a reader? Alright, so these are the 6 of us tarot readers that have collaborated for this Mother's Day video. Intuitive Rene is reader number 1. Mother of Tarot is reader number 2. Pixie Does Tarot is reader number 3. Celeste Simone Tarot is reader number 4. Mama Fiya is reader number 5. And Velvet Cat, me, is reader number 6. So you're going to pick one of us, or if you feel connected to more, then that is totally fine because there might be different messages for you that you need to hear. But the best way to receive the most resonant messages is by taking a moment to breathe in and breathe out, so that you can pick intuitively. And once you have decided, then check out the pinned comment or description of today's video to click on the name of the tarot reader that you picked, so the video will fast forward itself to your message.
Hi, my name is Intuitive Rene, and I am from the wonderful, sunny east coast of South Africa. Thank you so much for choosing me. Thank you so much for listening to the message that I have for all of you moms out there. Today we are celebrating you. Today we are acknowledging you and all you are and all you do. I am a full-time psychic medium tarot reader from, as I said, the east coast of South Africa. I am a little bit of a tarot addict. I love my tarot. I love helping people. I love inspiring people. And my YouTube channel is all about that. I offer pick a card readings. I offer week ahead energy readings. I offer free readings. I do all sorts of interesting things on my channel. Do pop along and come and have a look. And if you enjoy what I do, remember to hit that subscribe button. My channel is all about, as I said, inspiring people, helping you be the best version of yourself that you can be. So when I was asked to collaborate on this particular pick a card reading, which I'm so excited about, in honoring mothers, in honoring, Mother's Day, and no matter where you are in the world, I thought I would do a reading for us, which is called Nurturing the Self. So I have got a couple of questions that I'm going to ask, and this is obviously a collective reading. It's for each one of you who have chosen me right now, who are watching or listening to me right now. I hope you're going to find some value in what I have to offer. I have got a tarot deck, and I also have an oracle deck that I want to work with. The oracle deck that I want to work with is this one here, Goddess Power Oracle. So Goddess Power Oracle is actually quite a powerful oracle deck as far as I'm concerned, because it's all about the goddesses and the messages that the goddesses have for us. So I hope you're going to enjoy that. We're going to get a card from that deck. And then the tarot I'm going to work with is, I can never say this one, Sasarabuto Tarot. This is the Traveler's Edition, the mini deck, and I'm going to work with this one today because I find the images real. I find them real to life, you know, day-to-day kind of stuff, and actually very feminine based. So we're going to get a lot of feminine energy from this deck as well. So as I said to you, I have got 5 questions that I want us to take us through today to understand how you can go about nurturing yourself as a divine, beautiful goddess mother. So we're going to start with the tarot. And let's give it a little shuffle. I did shuffle this deck extensively before I started recording, but I do like to shuffle while I have you on camera with me. And as I shuffle this card, we are asking Spirit to draw near. We're asking for a band of love, light, and protection around you and around me and around everybody connected to this particular reading. We're asking that the messages that come through be clear, that they be hopeful, that they be positive, that they be uplifting, and that they be motivational. And so it is. Right, I'm going to cut the deck over there. So I'm going to leave the deck over there so that you can see that I'm taking cards straight off the top, and then I'm going to work in this space over here. Card number 1. The question that I have is, how can you create and birth what you need in your life right now? So how can you create and birth whatever it is that you need in your life right now? And the card that we have drawn is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is such an interesting card because it's about lessons, it's about learning, it's about acknowledgement, it's about going through the lessons learned, it's also about realizing that, you know, theory, knowledge, and practical are not always the same thing. So it's about taking all the theory, taking all the lessons and the experiences that you've had in the past, and almost putting them down in order so that you can see what they are, see what they're about, see what they stand for, and see how they are applicable to you in your life. So how can you create and birth what it is that you need in your life right now by doing the lessons learned on all the experiences that you've had, your past experiences, your present experiences, as well as your future experiences of what you're hoping, what you're working towards, the goals and the ambitions and the dreams that you have. So how can you create and birth what you need in your life? By paying attention to the lessons and the experiences that you have experienced. Question 2 is, what do you need to nurture within yourself? So what do you need to nurture within yourself right now? And the card that we have drawn is the Ace of Cups. You know, immediately when I look at this card, I just feel like it's that morning coffee before the chaos erupts in the house, where everything is quiet and everybody is still, and you hold that cup close, you go, and you just take it in. So the Ace of Cups is about that new emotional energy, a new connection that's coming into your space. But I'm going to take it about nurturing the self. So the question we had is, what do you need to nurture within yourself? And I'm going to say that you need to find 5 minutes every single day for you, even if it is to just drink a cup of coffee in peace. I know how challenging and difficult that is, to drink a cup of coffee in peace. But what do you need to do to nurture yourself? You need to find a little bit of time, and don't ever feel guilty about that. You know, don't ever feel guilty that, oh, I should be doing this for the kids, or I should be doing this for the house, or I should be. No, enjoy your cup of coffee. You're allowed to take 5 minutes. Third question. What can you do to allow abundance to flow easily in your life? Because let's be honest, we all need a little bit more abundance in our lives, don't we? So what can you do to allow abundance to flow more easily in your life? And I mean, isn't that just the most amazing photograph, most amazing picture of feminine energy? So here we have the World card, which is a major arcana card that talks about coming full circle. It talks about cycles in life and about accomplishments and achievements, and about recognizing that when you've accomplished everything that you've set out to accomplish, it's not the end. It's not, okay, done deal, finished, and you can move on. It's about enjoy the moment, celebrate the moment, and start preparing for the next journey, the next adventure, the next session around the world. So what can you do to allow abundance to flow more easily in your life? Actually, I'm going to stick it down here. And it's about, again, it's about celebrating your accomplishments, celebrating the things that you have achieved, the things that you have already accomplished, recognizing, you know what, I've actually done okay. I've done well. I have achieved and accomplished all of this. Enjoy that moment and then start preparing for the next one. And if you can do that, then you're open to that window of manifestation, to that, the flow of the law of attraction and the manifestation that comes along with it. I think that's awesome. Actually, I'm going to stick it up there. I hope I'm going to fit them all up there. Let's have a look. Question 4 that we have is, how can you embrace the goddess within? So what do you need to do? How can you embrace the goddess within yourself? I have to giggle. The devil. So the devil is about temptations. The devil is about, maybe the little bit of naughty. And let's be honest, we've all got a naughty side, don't we? We like to be the perfect mom on the outside, all put together and all functional and pretty and, fabulous. But at the truth be told, that we all have a little bit of naughty inside of us. And I think this card is coming through to tell you to embrace that. Embrace the naughty side of yourself. Don't feel like you always have to be perfect. Don't feel like you always have to be, just that idyllic, textbook mom. Because you need to embrace the goddess within you. You are woman first. You are goddess first, and then you are mom. You were woman first before you became mom. So the best way to embrace the goddess within you is to embrace that naughty side and to maybe color outside the lines from time to time. Big wink for you there. Color outside the lines, girls. Color outside the lines. You know what I mean, don't you? All right. And finally, we're from our tarot deck. The last card that I have is just a message from the Empress for you. Whoever the Empress is for you, whatever she represents, we are going to draw a card from the Goddess deck, but the message from the Empress for each one of you, let's see what we've got. We have got the Four of Cups. And, I think this is quite relevant and quite appropriate. So the Four of Cups is what I like to refer to as the caviar card. So caviar is a delicacy that some people eat, a delicacy that I personally have never eaten. But I understand the concept behind caviar because it's supposedly, it's incredibly expensive. It's apparently quite a delicate flavor, etc., etc., etc. And for those people who get to have it from time to time, they really enjoy it and they really appreciate it, and it really brings them something wonderful. But for those people who eat caviar every single day, it loses its sparkle, it loses its magic, it loses its power, if I can put it that way. So when I say to you that the Four of Cups is the caviar card, it's the card that says when you have a good life every single day, you eventually start forgetting how good it is. You eventually, it isn't so special anymore. It isn't so magical anymore. And this is the card that says, don't ever lose that. Don't ever forget. Don't ever lose sight of what it is that you do have. Don't let yourself become so bored and disinterested with what you have. So we need to remind ourselves every single day about the goodness that we have, about the whatever it is that you have in your life. So to me, I am an absolute advocate for gratitude, and I practice gratitude every single day in my life. And I think this is what this is saying. So the message from the Empress for you, we need to embrace our naughty side. Of course we do. Of course we do, because we are goddesses. But the Empress is saying, don't take anything for granted. Okay? Don't take anything in your life for granted. Celebrate every single day. Practice gratitude for everything that you have. And don't let caviar become blasé and boring in your mouth. I love that. Right, I'm going to move the tarot out of the way. And I'm now reaching for the Oracle card. I'm going to leave her just out of the way there. So this is the Oracle deck, the Goddess Power Oracle. So let's give it a shuffle. And we're asking Spirit for a message from the Goddess for each one of us. Which Goddess are we? Which Goddess wants to talk to us today? And what message does she have for us? Message from the Goddess Power Oracle, please. For all of us fabulous, amazing, dynamic, goddess-like woman out there. Okay, I'm happy with the shuffle. Cutting the deck over there, and I'm taking that card straight off the top. So let's have a look and see which goddess energy is working with us and has which message, or what goddess has a message for us today. And we have got Aine, A-I-N-E. I hope I'm not pronouncing it wrong. And it's number 1. How fabulous is that? And she talks about being adaptable. Adaptability is her message. And I could totally relate to that, because when I look at the reading that we've had here, when I look at all the cards that we've drawn, we start off about the lessons learned, okay? Remember, it's about looking at your life, looking at the experiences that you've had in the past, looking at what you're going through now, looking what you may be going through in the future, what you're working towards, and learning as you go, constantly having to change your plans, constantly having to adapt to the circumstances, not only your circumstances, but of our children, our families, and our situations. It's about being adaptable enough to find those 5 minutes a day that you can take for yourself. Okay. It's about being adaptable enough to not feel bad when you have an opportunity to celebrate your successes, to celebrate your achievements and your accomplishments, and those of your children and your family. It's also about being adaptable enough to enjoy the finer things in life, to enjoy all aspects of you, and recognizing that you are not mom 24/7, that you are a woman first. And lastly, adaptable enough to not allow the caviar to taste like an average piece of bread in your mouth. So adaptability, absolutely, that is who you are. That is who we are as mothers. And I think that's our superpower. We're going to embrace adaptability. Couldn't say the word. We're going to adapt that. We're going to adopt that as our superpower. So ladies, friends, mothers, women, I hope you've enjoyed your reading with me today. I hope I have just given you a little boost, a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of motivation to maybe venture a little bit outside of your comfort zone, and to recognize that you deserve everything in life. You deserve love, you deserve happiness, you deserve joy, and you deserve abundance above all else. Thank you for being with me today. Wishing you an amazing day with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again,
All right, so if you picked me, these are going to be your messages for what you need to hear. This is for mothers. So a lot of good things are coming through. I'm going to just go through the cards first. For your animal spirit, I got the ant spirit, time to collaborate, which I thought was kind of funny since I am collaborating and I haven't done that in a while. So I really liked that message. The next card we have is Angel of Pleasure. Take pleasure in the things you do. God of Conflict Resolution, you are being encouraged to walk away from a current conflict. And we have the Ace of Swords, King of Swords reversed, Strength reversed, High Priestess, and Two of Pentacles. So I actually want to start with these two cards at the bottom left, because I wanted to ask Spirit and your guides what your current energy was. And I got these two cards that came out, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the King of Swords in reverse. So automatically this is telling me that for you, there is some kind of like conflict or overthinking in the mind. There's some frustration, and I feel like it's towards yourself. There's some sort of energy where you're either overwhelmed or frustrated, or you're trying to figure something out. But I also feel like you're in the process of releasing this energy as well. So it's kind of like everything's been amplified recently in your life. Your thoughts, your overthinking, am I making the right decision? Did I do the right thing? Maybe some of it's comparison. Maybe you compare yourself to other mothers. But there's this energy of just overthinking, making things harder on yourself in a way. And not that you do this all the time, but I feel as of recently it's been a little more intense. And it's for a reason. This is part of your healing journey. This is part of the direction you're supposed to be going in. And I love the oracle cards that came out because it says Angel of Pleasure and then God of Conflict Resolution. And I feel like for this group, you're resolving conflict towards yourself almost. Everything's being amplified right now. This uncomfortable energy for you to take a closer look at it, for you to become more aware of how it's affecting you in your relationships, so you can find more peace with it, find more peace with yourself. so you can resolve it ultimately. And I love how we have the time to collaborate, because I feel like this is saying to the things you're going through within yourself, and like the overthinking or whatever kind of conflict is going on within, there are people around you that are actually going through similar things. And it's time to be more open about that and be more vulnerable about how you're feeling, where you feel comfortable. So if there's someone in your life you feel comfortable with, whether it's a friend or someone you've met online, in the spiritual community, whoever it is, it's time to talk about it more, because this is something that you're not facing alone. This is very common within other mothers and other people. It's not just you, because sometimes maybe you think like, oh, it's just me, I need to just, get it together, or I need to do this or that, and it's not. You guys are saying this is a very common, the feelings you're feeling are very common, and you're doing a lot of healing work within this. And I feel like you know that. Your perspective is changing around your thoughts and how your mind works and your awareness and your perception towards your kids and how you are a mother. Because with the Strength card in reverse, it's kind of telling me that you don't feel as strong as you should be. You think you should be, but you are very strong. And it's time to look at your strength in a whole new light, because you've gone through some hardships and you've had some difficult situations that you've had to face, and you've handled it beautifully, is what I'm hearing. You've learned a lot from it, because some mothers will just kind of keep repeating the same mistakes over and over, and kind of get caught up in cycles. But you, on the other hand, you don't do that. You see like, oh, okay, I handled it this way, but next time I'm gonna do this, or next time I'm gonna try this. And that's a beautiful, beautiful strength to have that a lot of women don't have. And so your guides want you to recognize that you have this awareness around how you're raising your kids, how you are as a mother, how you communicate, how you nurture, but also how you, I don't know if I would say like punish the kids, right? You're strict in ways that you need to be strict, and you're continuously evolving in that. You're evolving in finding how to be the kind of mother that works for you, works best for you and the kids, right? Because it's about having it work well for both of you, not just for them. It has to work for both of you. And then I asked what energy you're stepping into, and I got the High Priestess and the Two of Pentacles, which is really powerful, because the High Priestess is about our intuition expanding. And I feel like you're coming into this state of more of a flow in your relationship with your kids and how you are as a mother. You're stepping into this new time, this new cycle of not overthinking every decision that you've made, or overthinking everything that you've done, because I feel as though for this group in the past few years, it could be, I think it's a different time frame for every one of you, but the past few years, your awareness of how you raise your kids has grown exponentially, and you've kind of been in this mode of having to overthink almost, because you've had to be able to pay attention to your thoughts and analyze things, and it was kind of necessary for that time. So I don't want you to think that, oh, I'm an overthinker and it's a bad thing. I think there's a lot of beauty to having a very active mind. It can be stressful, but I think there is a goodness of it. There's a good side of it, because you are very intelligent and you utilize that space in your mind, basically. However, I feel as though that served you for the time being, and now you're stepping into this time of trusting your gut and your intuition and what is right for your kids without comparing, right? Comparing against other mothers, or even moms online. If you follow certain moms on social media, you're moving away from this comparison. You know in your gut what you need to do to be the best mom, and you're continuously, part of that knowing is that you're open to learning, but you're not being as hard on yourself. You're not being as strict. and you're getting into a more comfortable state with allowing things to flow more instead of trying to control things too tightly. And the Two of Pentacles is here, which talks about balance. It's basically stepping into a time of learning how to balance all of the different energies in your life in a more equal way, in a more peaceful way, and finding a way of doing it while looking within, while trusting yourself. And with this Angel of Pleasure card here, I feel as though this new cycle that's beginning for you soon, it's going to feel better. You're gonna enjoy your life more. I feel like you do enjoy your life, but I feel as though you're going to learn how to expand upon that. Expand upon taking care of yourself more and just having fun, even more fun with the kids, and not worrying so much that, that you're not providing enough for them, you're not giving them enough attention, you're not doing enough of this or enough of that, and you're just trusting. And I feel as though with this Pleasure card as well, that you're connecting with your guides more and surrendering some of your control to them, right? Because it's an equal balance. It needs to be. I've learned that in my journey, that if I try to just do everything and control everything, it's too much on my plate. It's too much of a burden. I get too stressed out. I get burned out. I think it's an equal balance, right? There's some things you have to kind of take the reins on, but then when it gets to be too much, talk to them out loud. Talk to your spirit team and say, hey, or if you connect with archangels, whoever you connect with, maybe your ancestors, say, I need some help. I can't do this alone. Can you step in? Can you help me in this area? Can you do something for me in this area? And they will come in. They will come in. I know sometimes we can all get so caught up in everything that's happening in our lives that we can forget that we have this amazing team, and we need to communicate to them when we need help, because they're just waiting for us to ask. It's kind of like, oh, I'm just sitting here waiting for you to ask, waiting, they won't always just step in. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they wait for us to communicate, right? For us to allow them. Because ultimately it is our lives, but it gets a lot easier when we reach out. So I feel like reaching out to your spirit team, also reaching out to friends and talking about, venting a little bit when you need to. Don't try to do this all yourself, or your husband. If you have a boyfriend or a husband, make sure you're opening up about these kind of things. Don't try to be a superhero. Don't try to do it all. All right, I want to pull some more cards. I feel like I got everything. And if for the ant spirit too, you might want to look into more meanings behind the ant spirit. The ant spirit animal, and it is a number 1, which I like because I feel like you're stepping into this new cycle, new energy, new something. So let's try to get more messages on that and what else you need to hear. Okay, so for these next cards, we have the Son of Cups and the Two of Cups in reverse. Son of Pentacles, Mother of Pentacles, which is the Knight and the Queen. Second chakra, Archangel Ariel, the World, Man Holding a Heart, and sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. I love when 2 or more Archangel cards come out, because I feel like that's an important message right off the bat. Just connecting to Archangels could be really powerful for you, and I feel like these 2 are working with you, so they're like, I feel like they're saying use me, like utilize me, like talk to me, reach out to me, we're here for you. And then I also got a really big theme with all these cards of relationships. So, and I don't feel like this is your relationship with your kids. This is more of your relationship with those around you. So this could be with your husband, your boyfriend, your family, your friendships. And I feel like the message basically is saying that I feel like you're a really loving, nurturing person. I feel like you have this Mother of Pentacles energy. Maybe sometimes you do give too much to other people. I feel like you're very nurturing and you're very loving, and you have a really beautiful, loving, like I'm seeing like a pinkish, reddish aura about you. And it's beautiful, it's powerful. However, there is like a little warning here. To say, like, focus on more balance in your relationships. not giving or not over giving, because it really does affect how your children are being raised. And I'm not saying you're doing a bad job or anything like that, because you're literally doing amazing. But it's just some energy of, and like I get it, because like I'm this kind of person too, and my mom was like this, but just be careful overextending yourself to other people, because like your kids watch that and they see that, and like they're just learning a lot about relationships from how you interact in your relationships. And your guides want you to just focus on bringing more balance to the connections in the relationships, because your kids are very aware of that. Or if they're really young, like one day they will be, but like I feel like even from when they're toddlers, they just start to notice things like that, right? They start to notice the interactions and things of how you talk to people, how you let people talk to you, right? How you set boundaries, how you receive boundaries, how you show compassion, but how you hold your ground. So there's something in there with relationships. And then we have the World card here, which is, again, this is confirmation of you closing out a cycle, coming to the end of something, coming to the end of some confusion, or like I said in the beginning, kind of being too hard on yourself, overthinking, comparing yourself to other people, other mothers, and really coming into a space of feeling more confident with how you handle your life, your relationships, your children, your family dynamic, and just having a lot more compassion towards yourself. Because I feel like you have so much compassion and love towards your kids, and you have it towards yourself, but I feel like it's been building. It's been building, and it's just going to get even stronger in this next phase of your life. And we have the 6th chakra here, which is your intuition. This is your third eye. And we have the 2nd chakra, which is your sacral chakra. So I feel like with the sacral chakra, we store a lot of emotions down there, a lot of feelings. And I feel like they're going to be coming up in this next phase of your life, coming up, but in a very, not like a scary way or an intense way, coming up for you to kind of recognize how you're feeling, being more in touch with how you're feeling and having more compassion towards that energy. So if a negative emotion arises or some trauma you're triggered from the past, I feel like your awareness is going to be heightened around that, so you can meet that energy with some love and acceptance, and make time for yourself to feel through that as well. So that's very powerful for you. So that's all really I'm getting for you. The Son of Pentacles, that's the only card I didn't really talk about. Oh, and the Man Holding a Heart. Son of Pentacles, I feel like when I see this card, it's like you're on the right track, you're going in the right direction. Things are moving in a pace that they need to move at. So even if things feel a little slow or if things are taking a while, you're on the right track. That's just confirmation when I see that card. And the Man Holding a Heart, I feel like this just represents more love coming into your life. And it could be more romantic love, it could be more self-love, just more compassion with your relationships, but more love coming into your life in all kinds of different forms. So I feel like that's because of all of the compassion and work you've done on yourself, and just been your awareness heightening as well. So I love this for you. I really hope this helps you. Comment down below if it did. I do have my own YouTube channel, The Mother of Tarot, if you do want to check me out, and I'm on Instagram as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Hi everyone, or should I say sparkles of light? You know who you are. I am Cherry Enchantress of Pixie Dust Tarot. So welcome anybody who's never seen me before. And if you have seen me before, maybe you haven't seen me before, you're usually seeing my hands. I'm so excited to be part of this amazing collaboration with another group of wonderful, mystical, kindred spirits. And this is hosted by Velvet Cat, who's a wonderful person and amazing reader. And so I hope you enjoy this reading. So come on in. We're going to use my hands now. So I hope you like the rest of this reading, and thanks for picking me. So we're going to start off with this beautiful deck, the Oracle of the Roses, and this is for divine messages for mothers. What do you need to hear? So hello, moms, and maybe future moms, and maybe you're connecting with a mother. Maybe you need mother energy, or you need to just hear this reading for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be because you're a mom, but there is definitely mother energy behind this reading, and it's on behalf of Mother's Day. So let's see what we have. Mother energy. Messages. What do you need to hear? Maybe it's just what you need to hear, whoever you are. Whoever you are watching. Also, mothers can be male or female just by their nurturing nature. There's a lot of stay-at-home dads and grandparents that take care, and aunts and people who aren't actually biologically your mother, or you might not be biologically somebody else's mother. You could be entering into a new situation like a stepmom. All right, we got a big clump, but I'm just going to take the one on top. Well, the pie. Oh, that's so perfect. The caregiver. I think that's meant for you. Ooh, and the sensualist. Okay, well, go ahead and take all three. The pioneer came out a lot in my live reading last night, and it's all about adventure, being bold, starting something new, not being afraid. So I feel like, yeah, that's exactly might be what's happening for some of you out there, that you may have beginning a blended family situation possibly for some of you. So the caregiver definitely has to do about giving love and compassion and kindness and generosity, even if it's not your own child, but especially if it is your child. You know, the caregiver has to learn, though, also how to take care of themselves first, because that's number one before you can give to another, before you can care for another. And you need to really balance that energy. The sensualist is really nice. I feel that in your off time, you definitely need, those Mother's Day out kind of situations where you just totally pamper yourself, give in to the senses, beautiful, warm, hot baths with bubbles and good smells and candles and the whole works, just really, really do it up. Pamper yourself, get your nails done, whatever you like to do to make yourself good, feel good. And don't wait for someone to give you a gift, which hopefully they will, but if they don't, give it to yourself. With the sensualist card coming out, there is a possibility for an admirer coming through to your life, so now it's time to just let your hair down, enjoy yourself, maybe throw caution to the wind, enjoy, go where the wind blows you, just kind of let life delight you, let yourself be full of delight and wonder and joy in the world, and just follow your natural instincts on things. And like I said, definitely paired up with caregiver means to take care of yourself. And with the pioneer could be doing something very unusual, something that you didn't normally do to pamper yourself. Also with the pioneer, I get, don't be too hard on your own body. Like, don't judge yourself and your appearance. In fact, embrace your appearance. And so something that I did recently that was a little bit scary, but no matter what size you are, do some ballet dancing or something different and sensual and beautiful and that really feels vibrant, and don't worry about your bumps and your bulges and whatever you have, because body positivity is becoming the new wave out there, so go for it. I'm going to get another message here from the Season of the Witch Beltane Oracle. We just had Beltane, which is May 1st, and it is a really vibrant, alive time of year. Everything is in bloom, there's a new kind of excitement, there's change in the air. Let's see what we get. This could help you figure out what you're pioneering. What is this path? What are you doing? Oh, the green man? I think some of you guys might be hooking up. So this is saying, all that I desire comes to me easily and effortlessly. I know this to be true, for I am abundant in all that I do. Very nice. And you could be incorporating new types of mantras in your life. The green man is the man of the forest who is very sensual. And so it is very possible you could be meeting somebody, but whether you are or not, it doesn't matter. Part of what you're doing here is really tapping into nature and into your sensual side and into your abundance, and maybe adding some mantras or affirmations into your life. You know, do it daily in the morning, especially at night, because when you have a positive affirmation or image or anything positive right before you fall asleep, it sort of sinks into your subconscious and it's with you all night long. So it really, really, you know, grows within your subconscious and becomes part of your new programming, and helps to relieve all those negative things that we hear constantly bombard us daily. So that's something that you can try too. All right, we're going to throw in a little tarot as well. Let's see. So let's see what we have come out for you. There you go, 6 of Pentacles. Nice one. Let's see what else. Okay, we just need 1 or 2 more maybe. There you go, Ace of Swords and the Magician. Boy, you are manifesting with the Ace of Swords. This is about newness and beginnings, and whatever you're asking for, it's pointing to the caregiver. So I feel that, you know, some of this could be, you know, and how I was saying, maybe there's dads out there that are that are stay-home moms, you know, Mr. Moms. You could be connecting with somebody like that. The 6 of Pentacles is really beautiful because it's a beautiful balanced energy between 2 people. It's a beautiful give and take and balancing. So you're never going to give more than you receive with this person coming through, or with your newfound situation that you're going to be in. Even if it's a caretaking situation, I feel like you're going to benefit from it as well. You're going to receive something wonderful from it. You're the magician manifesting this beautiful situation and outcome. Let's see if we have any other messages for you from the tarot. I had to put on some light. It's getting a little dark in here. There's some, I picked the wrong time of the day to do this. There's like all this outside noise now. Everybody coming home from work. Oh, the devil. Now, a lot of people take the devil the wrong way. I don't think it is about this. In this case, with all these cards, and I'm going to take it in context. It's not about some kind of vice. It's not about some kind of addiction. It can be about a sexual situation or sensual situation. It might be giving into a little bit of lust. But as long as you keep it in balance. With 6 of Pentacles here, I feel like you will. I don't feel you have to worry too hard. I feel like there's a little bit of flirting going on, and a little bit of glowing up, and a little bit of temptation, but it's in a good way. I think you manifested this kind of fun, exciting connection with somebody, and it could be a Capricorn. So that's possible too here. Also could tap in just a little bit into some fears you may have about maybe body image and other things like that. So you have to, there's maybe a chance where you have to conquer those kinds of feelings. So with 6 of Pentacles, I don't think there is a problem because you have a good heart, you have good intentions. There's going to be a balanced situation, definitely, and a spiritual focus, not so much material. Although devil can get you out of balance sometimes and get you more into the material world, I think your spiritual balancing it back into the spiritual world is going to be just fine. So also expect some news coming in. Somebody might be offering you a job or offering you something, or some news coming in, or an epiphany or an enlightenment or some kind of aha moment, some kind of clarity or spiritual growth that's happening. And it's something that's interesting about the magician that somebody mentioned. It's with the magician, you might have a lot of power to manifest, but you as well have power to manifest everything. So be really aware of your thoughts and your intentions as you rise in the morning. Say right away, this is going to be a great day and I'm going to attract wonderful things, because this is change for you and for lots of people. What you're manifesting will affect a lot of people. So your energy is very high, it's very strong, it's glowing, and you have just magic within your own magical wand, within your stick. Oh, that's kind of like a magical wand too. It's a sword, but it has wand's energy in a sense too. And the magician is definitely wants energy, but there's a balance of things. There's no manipulation here. There's just pure generosity, caring, and kindness. All right, so let's get a few letters. Let's see what we get. Well, it's going to take a minute. I'll just flip them all over and then I'll see what we find. Right away, I see kind, really beautiful. Let's see what else we can find. We have divine without the E, but I think it was meant for it to be there. We have a win in your favor. And we have up. You know what? We don't have the E, but we might have also a little glass of wine. So we have the color pink. Maybe that's an indulgence that you would like to wear some more pink in your life. Let's see what else. Also, cup and ink. My cup, my win, my ink could be, getting a tattoo indulgence, I don't think you're ever too old for that. I mean, that's up to you. It's your body, right? You can ink it up if you want to. Definitely put a little thought into it, but that's not for anybody else to say, right? That is completely up to you. So I feel that you play it safe most of the time, and the devil is giving you a little permission to go to an unknown place, a pioneering place, a place where you're not used to going. As long as you keep everything nice in check and in balance, and be discerning and don't go overboard. I think this is saying that there's something exciting, a new way of caregiving yourself, a new way of connecting with a family or becoming part of a new family, a new way of connecting with a person who is a caregiver as well. So that's what I'm feeling right here, and it's all very magical, and I think you will definitely experience a good outcome with this situation. I hope that made sense, and I hope you like that, you guys. And please come to my channel to see more pick a cards, and thank you so much for being here. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for choosing my reading. My name is Celeste Simone of Celeste Simone Tarot, and I want to give a huge thanks to Velvet Cat for letting me join in this collab. I am so excited to dive into these messages for you. So let's not waste any more time. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so for all of you amazing mothers out there, let's see what divine messages Spirit has for you. We have the Three of Coins, the High Priestess, the Hierophant in reverse. We have Temperance. And I'm feeling one more card. Let's pull one more. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, so taking in this energy right away, I'm starting to see from the Three of Coins with the High Priestess is this group, you know, you have a very attuned intuition right now. I feel as though your intuition is currently very heightened, and it's guiding you towards your personal skills, your personal talents. It's pulling you towards these talents in some way, because it's also guiding you. I almost feel as though there's mentorship here and there's new knowledge coming in for you to try something different. And I feel as though too, you know, I think that having something that you feel passionate about that you're working on right now, you might all already know what this is. I feel as though there's something that you're trying out. It may be something that you used to do. You haven't done it in a while, but you're actually just naturally gifted in this area. This could be gifted spiritually. And by that, I mean that you have a very keen intuition about this. So there's something that you're working on, that you are being finally, and maybe this is kind of like you're finally being recognized for this skill that you have. And I see that you're trusting in your intuition to like go into that and to go towards that. And I feel as though that's really going to pay off for you. I feel as though too, though, that you might be worried about, you know, not having enough education in this area, because it's something you're trying out that you've just been in, like your soul is guiding you towards it, but maybe you don't necessarily have the background in this area that you feel like you need. Like you may not have a degree that you think that, you know, you need that in order to kind of pursue this. But I mentioned mentorship earlier with the Hierophant, and I feel as though you're either going to be guided in a different way, or that you are so knowledgeable in this area that you're able to become a mentor, that people want you as a mentor. So here, this kind of energy of the Hierophant being in reverse is kind of me letting me know that your own intuition is strong, but you may be questioning your education, or you may be questioning your background in this particular skill set area. But I feel like it's going to be very fun. I think people are going to really enjoy this. You know, you're going to get some positive feedback about what you're doing and what you're working on. Even if it's not for like a business goal per se, it could be for some of you. But even if it's not, I feel like you're just going to get a lot of benefit from this. Like I feel like you're gonna be bringing in balance and harmonizing these two things together. You know, that's what I'm kind of hearing too, is there's the Hierophant in reverse and the High Priestess. It's almost as though these two things are out of balance. And when you look at the High Priestess, this is a very divine feminine energy. And then we have the Hierophant who's in reverse, and he's kind of the mirror image of the High Priestess. He's the spiritual masculine in the tarot deck. And he usually represents traditions and, you know, structure, institutions, sometimes even marriage, really the structured side of spirituality. So it's religion, tradition. So I feel as though you might even be breaking free from some old traditions in the way that you're doing this. This could even be having some kind of spiritual practice that you're pursuing. But either way, you're pursuing it in a way that's different and unique. But by doing that, you're actually harmonizing the two, because you're kind of bringing in the masculine to get these things done, because that's what divine masculine energy is. Whether you're male or female, we all have these energies in flux, in flow within us at any given moment. And for you, I feel like you're harmonizing the two by using your intuition to guide you into the next steps, into the action that you're taking. I also feel with the Four of Swords in reverse that there's there is somewhat of a mental battle here, but it's minor, because you might be wondering, like, when to like pause, when to take a step forward, when to take a step back. And I think what I'm really seeing with this energy is you're gonna know. It's kind of like just take it one step at a time and feel your way through it, because that's where the harmony is coming through, is you're refining this process as you're kind of pursuing this new exciting venture, or even just like how you're approaching the situation. Because this could also be you looking at maybe your religion in the past and kind of turning it into your own version of it that really fits you specifically. Because spirituality, you know, it's really, every individual person has their own way of connecting with spirit and the higher source. So for you, I feel like you're figuring that out as well. And that could be also guiding you towards things that you really enjoy and having fun and like even just kind of doing some crafts, but really honing in those skills and understanding. There's also a lot of self-teaching here too. So you may, again, with mentorship, you could be mentoring yourself in some way by learning and diving deep into this kind of like exciting, interesting, but also productive new venture, because I do feel as though it's building on itself. And I think that you're actually physically taking actions and steps towards this goal, towards this inspiration. And this is bringing harmony back into your life. So I feel like whatever you're doing, whatever you're kind of inspired to start working on, trust that, because I feel as though that's going to really bring in a sense of balance and harmony, and also kind of clearing up any feelings of being burnt out as well. You know, I think if you've been feeling burnt out and just overwhelmed and even just kind of like mentally worn out, then this kind of new turn of events and new connection with your spirits, with your intuition, is actually guiding you towards this higher awareness, this deeper connection with yourself and with the divine. So this is really beautiful already. Let's keep going. We are going to pull a bunch of oracle cards as well. So I'm feeling drawn to this one first. Let's see what further messages, anything I missed so far with kind of what this could be. We have discipline. Yeah, there's like a steady approach to this. And it's almost as though kind of fluctuating between your intuition, you know, what you kind of feel guided to do, and then also going back and learning some more. And again, this doesn't have to necessarily be, because I feel like you already are good. Like I said, you're already really naturally good at, you know, what it is you're pursuing. Even if it's just in your day-to-day life, you're already doing so many great things that it's kind of like being in this ebb and flow of when to take action, when to learn a little bit more, but it does take time. You know, it's going to be kind of a slow process to start out with as you continue to learn and grow and understand things at a deeper level. Some of you might be getting like a Reiki, you know, something like taking some kind of instructional thing where it's like doing energy healing, but now you're getting your Reiki certification, or, you know, massage therapy or something where you're trying something out, and you may not think you have enough education, but the thing is you're already just naturally good at this. So all of that will come as needed. It's just kind of a matter of taking it one step at a time. Okay, let's keep going. We have beginnings. So yeah, this feels like a new beginning for you. As I mentioned, trying something new and different, and not seeing it as like a, you know, quick turnaround, or like kind of like a just reaching the finish line kind of a thing. This is like a taking your time with it and really honing in your skills as you continue to grow and learn, but really trusting that you have the ability to do this naturally, really. You know, this is why it's like your higher self is guiding you. Wow. And we also have the energy of adventure here. So south is fire energy, east is air energy, typically. And we also have 2 and 3, which is coming out. And you know what's interesting is 41 is here too. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4. I know they're a little out of order, but this is what this is kind of telling me, is it's kind of this step-by-step approach to this. And it may feel daunting, you know, when I'm looking at this feeling with the Hierophant. Again, like there's this feeling of like, oh my gosh, it's too much. Like this is going to be too much. But if you see this as a fresh beginning adventure and just stick with it, time, you know, you're going to enjoy doing this so much that time is just going to fly by. Even though, yes, it will take some time. Yes, it will take some, you know, learning new things, but don't let that overwhelm you, because in the long run, it's really going to pay off for you. It's really going to be exciting, an exciting adventure, and bring in like a new adventure that you have been hoping for. You know, just adding that little bit of excitement trying something new, and also feeling, you know, finding your value. Yeah, there's like empowerment in this, in what you're working on. There's compassion. Okay, let's pull another card to kind of clarify. You do have a natural, I mentioned before, a natural connection to spirit, especially right now, because you're just being divinely guided into these next steps in your life. A lot of times too, see how, you know, when I see this card, and I just remember this now, is a lot of times when this card shows up, I see a lot of empathic energy, healing energy. So some of you are interested in kind of going into energy healing and Reiki. That was a big pile. I'm gonna shuffle for just one more card. But yeah, some of you are going into that. Oh my gosh, this is your life purpose. Yes, this is all coming together. This is all coming together. This is your life purpose. What you've been getting into lately, what you've been kind of drawn to, you've been feeling this pull to do this. And it's because it really is your life purpose. And don't, you know, again, don't worry about kind of mastering this. You know, don't worry about mastering everything right away, because I feel as though you're going to be good at it. Like I said, like naturally good at this. And because of that, you're going to be able to like dive into it pretty quickly, you know? And then what you're going to get your footing, and then you're going to keep growing and growing and mastering it as you go. You don't have to kind of enter into this as the master. You're going to learn, you know, you're going to expand your knowledge.
Hi guys, thank you so much for watching and for choosing me as your reader. And thank you so much to Velvet Cat for inviting me to be a part of this collective. I am Mama Fiya Tarot. You can find me on Mama Fiya on YouTube. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, that'd be great. I have a website called mamafiyatarot.com. It's Fiya. And I am on Instagram as Mama Fiya Tarot LLC. And I am also on YouTube as Friday's Child Tarot. So if you would like to check out either one of my channels, I would really, really appreciate that. This is going to be a collective reading for mothers and what we may need to hear for Mother's Day. You know, it's a really weird time. I mean, it's always been a hard time to be a mom. I'm a mother myself. I have a 17-year-old daughter. Whoa, Epiphany just came out for us. So joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. So there is this energy of being both a leader, but also taking that time for yourself to meditate, ground. You know, we as mothers always get caught up in all the stuff we have to do. Like the laundry will always be there. The cleaning will always be there. We have to really carve out that time for self-care. Leap of faith. Wow. So like myself, a lot of you may have older children and may be ready to do more yourself and to take a leap of faith in some way. Or you may have younger children or maybe taking the leap of faith into mothership. Or mothership. You're taking a trip on the mothership? I don't think so. But no, it's believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. So even if you have young children, if there's a book you wanted to write, you know, you can still do that. It's just carving out that time. It's very, very hard. But I am getting that there are a lot of creative people watching this video right now. Ace of Michael. Ooh, I'm on to something. Whenever we get the Ace of Swords in a reading, you know, we know we're speaking truth. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. So know that, like, you know, a lot of us will have to parent to our children if we have more than one child, knowing that what works with one child doesn't work with all the children. Also understanding that Mercury going into retrograde right now, we're in the pre-shadow period, that keeping our communication very, very clear. Children tend to take things very,
literally. And I've made the mistake of saying things a little too harshly at times to my kids too, and no tea, no shade. I'm the worst. 4 of Raphael, seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. Yeah, this Mother's Day is coming at a time where, Mercury is just going to be going into retrograde. Jupiter is in retrograde. There's a lot of weird energies coming in the following weeks. So I want you to really try and keep yourself centered. 4 of Gabriel. Yeah, but it does feel like it's a time for celebration, abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. It's really time to relax. Take a break. Reassess. Do what you got to do. 6 of Ariel. I love this. The 6 of Cups. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a graceful heart. So it does seem to me that, especially this Mother's Day, you're going to be taken really good care of. And if you don't have someone in your life to take good care of you, if your children are small and you're a single parent, do that for yourself. It's very important that you do that for yourself. For years, I was alone. 3 of Swords. Release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. So I do think I may be speaking to single moms. And oftentimes I would get myself a present for Mother's Day often. When I was single, just to reinforce, and we often have to tell ourselves we're a good mother. Really watch any, I know there were times when my daughter was little and we had a rough morning and I sent her off to school and I'm like, shit, I wish I dealt with that differently. Really watch how you're speaking to yourself. Really be gentle to yourself. Know that, and communication is very, very key. And I do think showing some emotion in front of our kids so that they know that we're not robots. It is okay sometimes to cry in front of our children. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow, excellent. New beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. So, even if we have a bad couple hours or a bad day in a week, it doesn't mean the whole week's going to be rough. We're going to have ups and downs, especially with this Mercury and retrograde energy. Really making sure that we're healing those past wounds, letting go of any past hurts, knowing that we have got to really take good care of ourselves at times. I do see a lot of the people watching me working on a creative project of some kind that really gives you a lot of joy, that you'll need a lot of confidence in yourself to fulfill. 8 of Cups. Wow. There are some things that, I think walking away from mother guilt is very, very important. Not letting the guilt of society, you don't have to be the perfect mom. Wow, 8-8. The guilt of not feeling and walk away from the work so much if you need a break. There's, 2 of Pentacles. I know, and oftentimes it's oh my God, if I walk away from something, who's going to do it, and it's it will get done. Try not to worry too much about finances or the future. There's only so much we can do. 10 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Some of you, may have found that you feel like you're spinning your wheels on something and it may be time to abandon certain projects and pick up others. King of Swords, yeah. And really stop putting so much pressure on yourself, but really cutting out the things that don't serve you anymore, the things that don't help you live your best life. Yeah, and just starting over. Like I'm saying, there may be a book or a project that you feel like isn't going the way you want it to go. It's time to either turn that project around or just start from scratch. Start a new book, start a new painting, start anew. And some of you may have been hurt by a romantic partner. This may have something to do with a romantic partner as well. And you're going to be meeting someone new in July. So someone who you're very, very attracted to. So just know that even if things move really slowly right now, Mother's Day falling, during this retrograde is not very fun. Ooh, the moon. And yeah, and know that we may be delving deep into some of the more darker emotions, some of the more sadness, but there's healing in that. It's interesting. May 18th is really standing out. Also, the new moon may have really got you wanting to make big changes. Also, Jupiter going into Aries has things getting, wow. Some of you may have had some real grief, and there may even be some mothers who have lost children, and this Mother's Day is really hard. Or if you lost a mother, this Mother's Day can be really kind of tough for a lot of people. So moving through that grief, knowing that, if your mother has passed or if your child has passed, that they're still with you. I'm also seeing some of you may be going through a divorce and needing to start over. There's just a lot of start over energy, that saying goodbye to the past thing, which you may have been deceiving yourself about, like that, you needed to stay, or that, you had to do something. There is some real letting go of the past that's going to really bring in some real abundance for you guys. Remembering to make sure that you kick back, have fun, really, and if you've had a tough time even with your children, that you can start over, that you can make new memories, that you can do new things, and even with the help of possibly, a family counselor of some kind, especially if some of you lost your husband or partner, if they passed away. It may be a really hard time for you too. There's a lot going on here and a lot of emotions. But for any of my single moms, you're going to be meeting someone new, and I'm getting it's absolutely in July. So that's a very specific message if you're a single mom watching this. Yep. And it's all about you healing you right now. Strong Aquarian energy with these two cards coming out. There is an element here where you're taking on a whole new type of way of being less money focused and more focused on health and wellness and how you're doing, with the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're really seeing things from a different perspective, especially after this Mercury retrograde. So, again, thank you so much for watching me. Thank you so much for choosing me. And thank you again, Velvet Cat, for allowing me to participate in this. This was a lot of fun. I hope this was helpful. Thank you. Take care.
Hi, beautiful warrior moms that chose me to provide you with a message for today's collaboration. We're going to be looking into what is your energy, who are you, and what do you need to hear. All right, so you got the cards for your energy. These goddesses here that are, and I'm not sure how to pronounce these names. This one says Tai Chi, and it says luck. This one says Xochicatl, and it says gratitude. Then you also have this goddess Hell that says rebirth, and underneath her is Hina that says courage. Okay, so the Greek goddess Tyche has the message for you to not let time keep passing you by. There's no such thing as a right day or wrong day or too late to change certain things in your life that you could currently be choosing to ignore. Aztec goddess Xochicatl has the message to honor yourself as God's gem the same way you value everyone else. And Norse goddess Hel has the message to lift the weight of the past off of your shoulders. Whatever you've been holding in your heart needs to be let out, similar to Tyche's message. So what I get from these is that in your energy, you could be someone that focuses more on the positive side of life. Even if there are difficulties, which are reflected here with this rebirth card, you might focus on what you're grateful for and feel very lucky compared to others in the world. You might even turn away from what hurts you or from what isn't so happy in your life. Because of how here she is covered, her eyes are covered, but she's holding this weaved basket of gold. So you might actually also have quite a nice stability in your life with that gold here. And that is why you focus on what you're grateful for. Like you could have a very nice home. You could have certain liberties that you enjoy. You could have a beautiful garden. You could dress up however you want. And the courage card being underneath here could mean a couple different things. It could mean that either you are someone that is very courageous, like you've had some interesting adventures in your life, or you need to have a little bit more courage to face those shadows. Since here she's covering up. It's like she wants to hide that her face is half skeleton. Are you the type of person that does want to hide certain darkness? Then with tarot, we have here 3 of Swords, King of Swords, and Queen of Swords reversed, along with Queen of Cups, also reversed, and the Tower, and the World card reversed. So these cards show that you could be struggling in your relationship because we do have both a king and a queen of the same element. Whenever we have the same element in relationship cards, it shows how you are actually in the right relationship. Even if there are struggles, that's why the cards are reversed. You are in the right place. And whatever struggles you're dealing with, this is for you to learn through them. There seems to be an energy of not looking eye to eye, of there being misunderstandings, miscommunication. And how I said here that this goddess is blinded, here every woman is also closing their eyes. But ignoring situations is not going to make them go away, and it's not going to clear any confusion. Perhaps you and your partner might need some counseling, some couples therapy to understand each other. And this is for those of you that are still married, because I do sense that perhaps some of you could have gotten divorced, while for others of you, maybe you did lose your person. Since the 3 of Swords is the card of heartbreaks and the Tower card is the card of shocking, traumatizing events. Some of you could have also gotten remarried and the same situation is happening there where you're not seeing eye to eye. There's not a true understanding because of unhealed wounds. And with the World card being reversed, along with this Queen of Swords, how she's looking like she's in a faraway land from this King of Swords, some of you could be at a distance from your person, and that's causing struggles, turmoil, miscommunication. Whether this is a distance as in location because of certain responsibilities, or emotional distance that's killing you inside. There are quite a ton of different stories here, so I hope you can translate my reading into yours. This Queen of Cups being reversed is showing that you or both of you could be hiding your emotions, could be dissociating. There's lingering pain that is not being communicated. And that's also reflected with the Swords cards, because swords are the element of communication, and being reversed shows that that is not happening. Maybe because every time you guys do talk, there's anger, there's frustration. And I sense that it could be because of opposing worldviews. You each value different things. Maybe there are also different love languages that aren't expressed. And there could be a little bit of a blame game going on. So because of this situation that is going on between you guys, it seems to also be affecting those around you, since the World card does usually have different people surrounding this centerpiece. And these kings and queens being reversed show unstable energies. So with what you need to hear, we have these cards. Feeling worried doesn't mean anything bad is going to happen. You're going to get through this fine. You always find a way. Along with progress is progress, no matter how small. And you are not a burden. We are lucky to have you. Also, hey, you matter. Thanks for existing. Yes, you do. You need to realize that what you feel is valid, that what you desire is valid, and that it will take time for healing. Things are not going to get better just with one conversation. Maybe you actually need to learn some healthy communication to be able to speak up, to be confident in speaking up, and not be triggered, not be reactive, so that you can also understand your person. Because a relationship and marriage is a team effort. It's a two-way street. It's not just someone's fault if it's not working out. You can't blame yourself and you can't blame others. This could actually be encouraging you to figure out a way to work through this. And even if you might doubt it sometimes, this card is confirming that people feel very lucky to have you, very lucky to know you. They are grateful for what you do for them. So that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, let me know down in the comments below. I always love reading what people have to say, and I hope you also like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching.